Welcome back, guys, to Unapologetic Voices. You're tuned in listening to Kyle-Elio Torres and my beautiful co-host, Thomas Tripp. We're about to run it down and continue from our last session. Hope you guys enjoy any of this. If you do, you know the spiel. Shoot that like, shoot that comment. Hit us up on our email at unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com. We're about to do something special this episode for that. Start emailing us some of your own stories as a special thank you for us being able to become monetized. We're going to start reading off some listener stories. So after you guys listen to this, shoot us an email. We'd love to read it. We have a few already cooked up and ready to go from a few of our listeners. But we'd love to have yours. Thank you guys for listening. Let's get started. That was actually a pretty cool story too, but I'll let you throw in some stuff since I'm talking a lot.
What are we talking about?
Just anything.
What's a cool story?
Oh, so
go for it, man.
What is it? Was it Raw? I think it was called Rock on the Road.
Okay. Like the ice cream? Rocky Road?
Yeah, but like 20 bands go to it, right? Okay.
It's festival.
And, yeah, it's a big festival thing. There's like legit popular people, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of like popular singers go, and a couple like newbies that no one really cares about.
For sure.
Or some people who do care, they're fans. They just showed up because they want to support them.
Yeah.
Well, we went to that, and that was like that whole situation for the hotel there. We went to that, and that was the first time I ever got to see Rob Zombie.
Nice.
And Rob Zombie throws a fucking sweet-ass concert.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. With like fucking flamethrowers and shit, and like just fire everywhere. And there was a couple other ones that were really cool. Like I remember a mosh pit started in like the area, and there was apparently like a little kid that got caught in it.
Nice.
And the guy who was like singing, he saw the little kid and he was like, "Hold the fuck up! There's a child!" And like everybody's like, swinging at each other and shit. And like they all just sort of stop.
Disperse, baby.
And then he's like, "Get the fuck out the way!" And he like sends all his like fucking security to go grab the kid, and they put him on stage. And he was just like, "Where's your family? How fucking dare they let you get in this mosh pit? Where the fuck are they?" And then he let them all on stage, and he was he's like, "Because your family will protect you, I will." And he starts going back into the song, and like everybody starts mosh pitting again. And like they're like the family's just like jamming on the fucking stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool, even though he disrespected them.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Everybody's running around.
Yeah.
Little kid fucking slipped away. That's the kid's
He meant
fault.
well.
Fuck that kid.
But hey, good for him.
I would have kicked him.
Good for him for getting in the pit.
Yeah.
Teach them while they're young.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I used to do that shit.
Dude, I fucking love the pit.
I used to go in the bitches just cause. Like, and like I wasn't even a concert person. I just like the excitement.
I love the I love the energy.
Like that's all that would like.
Yeah. I space out at concerts.
That's the retardation in me,
Love
like,
that shit.
If there's a vibe, like, dude, I remember.
I seen you.
Yeah.
Get into it, yeah,
dude.
Monkey mode.
So like, this is another like side note. I'm jumping to another spot because I feel like we're.
Yeah, I want to know what the funny story was with the festival.
Huh? There was a funny.
You said there was a funny story about Rock on the Road.
Oh, it was just the sleeping thing. That was the funny part to me.
Continue.
Yeah, so I told you that part.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe there was, but
the way you said it was there's another story after the sleeping thing.
Fine, fair enough. There was a guy behind me that I met. His name was
your fucking fingers on.
His name was Kyle.
Okay.
And he was Mexican.
Nice.
And I was like, did they just seat us in the same area?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that has stuck with me because the motherfucker's name was Kyle.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd be cool, so I tried talking to him, but he was like a big rock person.
Okay.
And like, yeah, like way too much,
gotcha.
Right? Like, there's fandom, and then there's that extreme.
Okay.
And I thought he was going to talk to me like a normal dude.
Yeah.
Nah, he is just like, "Oh my god, I love this fucking band!" In like weird voice that he was doing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I'm like, bitch, I know you're a fucking Mexican. This is not your voice.
Yeah.
because, you know, I just wanted to see what his interests were. But that's a side note. You know, that was kind of funny to me, and it's always stuck with me knowing that there's another Kyle out there that I got stuck next to.
Yeah.
That was just more retard than me.
That's fun. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to say after that, though.
Well, damn.
Because
I do like concerts, but I don't, you know me. I don't really have anxieties, but I am a big, like, believer in crowds are dangerous. You know what I mean?
100%.
Fucking hate crowds. But lately, my dad and I have been seeing all the band Thursdays concerts that come to Michigan. We love Thursday. Great band. They're punk rock, you know. Mosh pits are good. Music's great. Vibes are great. The crowds are usually really great. I meet a lot of really good people in crowds because you just start talking, which I assume is what you wanted to have with this Kyle.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy. It's, hey, have you seen this band before? Have you seen them live before? Oh, where are you from? What do you do? Then the music starts. You shut the fuck up and you vibe together. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the night, you're like, nice to meet you guys. Have a good one. Blah, blah, blah. Or if you really like them, hey, you got a Facebook?
Or you meet up and do drugs with them or something.
Hey, allegedly. So, man, I love concerts, and that sucks that you got a bad dude next to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like, whatever. Like, I've gone to a few other ones that were, like, really cool and whatever. But I never really went to too many rock concerts because of, like, that feeling.
I used to work security for a couple things.
So,
I don't want to say where, but I used to work at a couple things.
I worked on Rock on the Riverfront.
Okay.
So, over there...
on Belle Isle?
No, downtown.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, downtown.
Yeah, downtown.
Like along
right
the
at the riverfront.
Yeah, the river. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, I got it.
I said rock on the riverfront.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Orion Fest for a second, which is on Belle Isle.
Right. No. But I worked. So I have to take back when I said I never worked a serving job because technically I did.
Okay, but it wasn't in a restaurant. It was an outdoor vendor, right? I would assume.
Yeah, sort of. So like, I was just handing. So I personally wasn't the server. I was a barback. Okay. So I was just going, oh shit, you ran out of Bud Light. Let me go get you a fucking case. Yeah. Come right back. Yeah. But it was me and Pelos were doing that job. Okay. And
those are fun side gigs.
Dude, I was making like almost $200 a day. Yeah. Just fucking eating hot dogs and listening to music.
And when you know people and they just need assistance, they'll hook you up.
Yeah. And
free drinks, free food, free access to the concert. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, you work hard, but then you get like a break. And it's nice.
Dude, I didn't work hard at all. I was older than most of the people who were working there. Like, most of them were like young teenager kids. Yeah. So, like, I was pretending to be the boss the whole time I was there. Nice. Like, because, you know, like, I've always had a full beard and all that. Yeah. And, like, this was, like, maybe, I want to say, maybe, like, 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago where I did it, right? Mm-hmm. But I still looked like I was, like, a full-grown person, you know, compared to these teenagers. Yeah. And I was telling them, I was like, hey, what the fuck you guys doing, man? Sell that beer. Give me a hot dog. What's going on? Yeah. You know, like, that's awesome. Dude, I was saying that shit to people, and like, Palos told me, he's like, you know, I've worked this for like 4 years, and most of the time the teens don't listen to no one because the manager doesn't keep track of anybody. He's busy inside the fucking venue. Just so you know, I worked for Andiamos. Okay. Because they were like hosting the event.
That makes more sense because I know Palos worked for Andiamos for a long time. Okay.
And apparently the manager fucking loved me because I was just like talking shit to everybody.
Love it.
Because I remember him coming up to me. He's like, "So I heard you were with the manager," and I was just like. I was like, who wants to know? He's like, you know? Because, like, I didn't meet him. Pelos just got me the job and then started walking me around. Yeah. And he didn't introduce me, right? He just said, hey, I got my friend with me. He's going to work with us. And the guy just said, sure, right? So, sweet. Never met him. He came up to me and I was just like, who wants to know? What's up, man? What you need? You know, like, I started talking to him as if I was the manager. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm the manager. And I was like, yeah, cool, man. What do you need? Like, I'm here to help. Yep. This is my job. Boom. And he was just like, you're not the one telling everybody what to do? I was like, oh, hell yeah, I am. And he's like, is that your job? I was like, it is because I said it was. and he was just like, I like that, man. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, man, I'm out here keeping track of your people so that you don't have to. Don't worry about it. Boom. And then I'm just... roof. Just fucking hanging out.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there was a bunch of bands too, and you got to because we were able to go backstage and shit and just hand them stuff. I was just giving them free hot dogs, fucking drinks the whole time.
Nice.
I didn't really ask for anything to be signed, but they were like, "You want me to sign some shit for you?" I was like, "I don't even know who the fuck you are."
Thanks, man. Yeah.
You know? I just remember, I think they signed some fucking cards, and they gave me a bunch of the band members gave me different picks and shit. I'm like, cool, I'll take them, but I don't know who you people are. I don't even know if this pick is worth $50, $10, zero, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember there was technically some famous people there that I got to talk to that I didn't know because I don't know rock music that much. Now, I do listen to it, occasionally, as long as someone else is putting it on. Other than that, I'm fucking stuck listening to Hispanic music or ghetto rap,
Hey.
But yeah.
I feel like you're not much of a music person.
No, I barely listen to music as is.
I have to.
If anything, I'll just listen to a beat and then I'll just do whatever I got to do.
That makes sense for you.
Yeah.
I have to. I don't know why. Something's wrong with me. I have to constantly have music on or some sort of noise to drown out the voices in my head. I wish I had really good concerts because I did used to work security for and guest services for a few theater vendors and music vendors, big ones too in Michigan. And I met some pretty famous bands and people like that. The first time I met Post Malone, I thought he was a homeless person.
Oh.
This is before the tattoos
funny.
and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I was going to say, he does look like a homeless person anyway.
For the first time I met him, this was literally 2 months before his big breakthrough. Before the whole world knew his name. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So he came to do a show, and he was actually really... He went around introducing himself to people. This is an hour and a half before the doors open, the tickets open. So, the box office. So, it was I just saw this random guy walking around. He was wearing, a red thermal, and, baggy cargo pants, And he just looked like a regular dude. And he's walking around with his long Jesus hair and his beard, no tattoos, He goes, "Hey, man, how you doing?" He looks right at me. And I go, "Hey." And I just walked away. And I didn't notice because I walked into this area by the bar where he was
Probably
surrounded by 10 people. No, for real. He looked at me with genuine look in his eye. He was like, "Hey, man, how are you?" And I go, "Hey." And I just fucking kept walking. I was 15. And I just kept walking around. I was working. Whatever. Who the fuck are you? See him on stage. An hour and a half later, and I'm like, damn. I ruined my moment. But
that's funny.
Yeah, he was performing and stuff. And he was one of the few people who I saw, because I'm working the job for him.
Yeah.
Who I saw that actually starstruck me a little. Because he was rapping and whatever. And the crowd was getting vibey, right? But then he broke out his guitar. And he started singing. He has a real voice.
Yeah.
Dude, he was it was majestic. He was like, "We're going to slow down a little bit. If you got any cigarettes, light them up now." We were all pissed because, you're not supposed to smoke in the venue and stuff. He's like, "If you got pot, weed, whatever the fuck, light it up." We were like, "God damn it." You're not supposed to smoke. So, yeah, he broke out a golden, acoustic. I think it was just sparkly golden. And he just sat there and he started, singing. And I was like, fuck, this guy's good as shit. And after the show, I was kind of security watching his the back room and the dressing room, and I kind of wanted to be like, "Hey, I'm sorry I blew you off earlier," but I didn't talk to him. He just ran out.
Just he blew you off at that point.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad because I didn't know who he was, never heard of him before, and he looked just I'm not trying to judge off looks, but he did look like a homeless guy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey. And I was working, so I gave him the hey, and then walked away.
So, I've never experienced the starstruck feeling.
For sure.
And, at our job, we meet a lot of famous people.
Man.
And
lots.
And it's really awesome because,
You're just slowly more and more revealing where we work every day.
I'm not explaining anything specific. I'm not saying who, but
yeah.
Some of the people we have met, these are some of my childhood fantasies of meeting.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I meet them in person and I'm just talking to them normal.
A normal
whatever.
Person,
I don't even care. And it's never that starstruck thing never fucking hit me, right? Yeah. And I'm sitting I'm sitting over where Sharuk likes to fucking send me all the time.
For sure.
And apparently now it's Gavash's job to send me there.
Yeah.
And apparently you today.
You talking about the room? You're talking about the area?
The area.
Oh. Fuck you, man. I just need your help.
Yeah, fuck you.
2 seconds. I'm running my ass on the floor. I'm leaving you alone.
I'm just saying.
I left you alone for at least 6 hours of the day.
I'm perfectly fine with getting sent. No, I'm not talking about Greeter. I'm talking about Overzone.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Stop doing that.
Just making sure.
I know what area you're talking about.
Okay. So I was chilling over there, right?
Yeah.
I think it was the day that Sharuk sent me over there, and he forgot about me. I was stuck there all day.
Definitely.
And I'm like, I could have did my due diligence to call him and be like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I wanted to just do nothing the whole day. Mm-hmm. So I stayed there. I'm not paying attention to anybody. I have my headphone in. I'm watching videos, right? Dude, I shit you fucking not. This guy walks up with his girl or whatever, and I hear his voice, right?
Oh! You told me this. Yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm like, I hear his voice, and I'm just like, I'm like, huh. What was that? What?
Something clicked in your head.
And like, I paused the video that I'm listening to.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, I'm listening to one of his videos. That's why it like clicked so fast in my head, right? So I paused the video, I look up, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I think I know who this is. And like, I see his face, but you know, like, I always see people who look alike or whatever. And then I look at him, and I'm like, hey man, can you just say your name one more time? And like, he says his name, and I'm like, cool, what are you here for? Like a normal bag, golf bag,
Special item.
Special item. And he's like, yeah, I'm here to pick up a gun.
Yeah.
And I was just like, can I see your ID? And he hands me his ID, and I know his name.
Yeah.
Right? I read it, and I was like, oh! And he's just looking at me, and I was just like, hey, by chance, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm over here. I'm going to be seeing... He didn't say their names, but he said like their
usernames.
Their username.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's their username is Kyle.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to see Kyle and my buddy Squirrel. They're already down. They were going to see a game, the Lions game, when they were actually doing good.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we're in town right now. And I was like...
That was an interesting time.
So, just so that you guys know, I'm not sponsored by him, but I fucking love his channel so much. His name is CaRtOoNz.
Spell it.
CaRtOoNz?
It's got a Z, isn't it?
Yeah, with a Z.
Yeah.
Well, it's either King CaRtOoNz or CaRtOoNz, something like that. I'm not gonna look it up.
Oh, don't love him enough.
But
can't remember his name.
Well, no, like I've bought like merch and stuff from. He's one of the only YouTubers I've ever bought merch from and shit. Like personally speaking, Delirious.
H2O Delirious.
Yeah. He is my favorite by.
That's interesting.
Why?
Out of their whole group.
Yeah.
H2O Delirious is your fave?
Well, I originally started with him because, you know, he was on the Vanoss thing and all that.
Okay.
And, like, I originally watched them, and then they had their weird little thing where he'll win his own way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the drama or whatever
I miss those days, though, man.
But he went his own way, and I followed him.
Yeah.
Right? And I followed his life, and then he started hanging out with a new crew, and I'm like, man, Delirious is still my favorite. But CaRtOoNz is fucking hilarious. Like, this guy is fucking great, right? But I got to meet him in person, and I'm like, holy shit, this is so fucking awesome. And then I was like, this is what other people feel.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but I gotta act professional. Yeah. And I immediately went to,
describe it for me. Yeah.
Well, what is the words I'm thinking of? So, like, I wanted a photo with him.
For sure.
But because of how our job works is, you can't have photos with any famous people. You can't do that bullshit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make it look normal.
Right.
Right? I immediately treated him as if he was, like, one of the special people we fucking dealt with.
sure. Yeah.
Right? Even though nobody would have just known who the fuck he was.
No, yeah.
Right?
You could have.
I'm sure people could have, but it was just us there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
There was like maybe 3 other people, hell knows where.
Yeah, you're tucked in the corner.
Right. And I'm like, dog, I wish I took a fucking picture with him.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, I don't have any like regrets for it or whatnot.
No, but
I got
it would have been nice.
But I'm like, damn, I would have loved to have a photo with him. Just to have, I will say this, he is way shorter than I thought he was, though.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, to me, mind blowing.
Yeah.
Because every time I see him, he has like, it's like I wouldn't say it's a running joke or anything, but he always says that he has like this fat ass head and shit, and he's like got a big head, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, in camera he looks like a big guy, you know, with his head and all that.
Right.
But then like I see him in person, I'm like, dog, he's got a normal sized head. What is he? He hams it up, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I look at him, I'm like, damn, but he's short as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, he wasn't that short. I was just taller. But yeah, for me, that was like my starstruck moment out of like all the famous people I've actually met. Because even before this job, I've met a bunch of famous people.
Yeah.
Like, my mom won like a couple prizes and stuff where she got to like travel the world meeting people.
Nice.
It was kind of weird, but
that does sound weird.
She got to bring us.
Okay.
So it was a...
That's sketchy.
So, well, no. So like my mom liked like watching soap operas and shit, right? I didn't really consider any of those people famous because I didn't care to learn their language.
For sure.
Even though I understood their language.
Yeah.
So it was like Telemundo shit, and like some comedy show. She won a prize to meet all of those people. And so like we went out to Florida. We went to their thing where they record. We got to meet them, got to be in the show, got to like go to backdoor, like back scene bullshit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And like eat food with them, dinner and all that. And then like the next day we went to like a different spot for the other side of the cast. And like it was a really sweet experience. My mom has like a DVD of it, and it was like an old recording thing. But you know, I've met like famous people my whole life, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know. But then that guy, I'm just like, ooh, you know.
Yeah,
that was my only starstruck.
I remember you like called me right after, and you're like, "Where you at? I gotta tell you something." And then you told me about it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was super excited about it that I got to meet fucking CaRtOoNz. Yeah.
I feel like I'd get that way if I saw one of the OG crew too, like
Now,
C. Nanners was mine out of that whole group.
Okay.
Yeah, C. Nanners was my guy. So I get what you're saying when you said...
If I had met Delirious, dog, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah, it would have been game over.
Because, like, that would have been...
Yeah, I get you.
The tipping... Like, I could hold my shit with CaRtOoNz, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, even when he was like, I got a gun, I was like, dog, let me just get that shit for you real quick,
Dude,
you know? Like,
I
was ready to hop for it, you know? But, if it was Delirious, I'd have been like, dog... Let me get that autograph. Let me get dog here, man. Just sign it all on my phone.
Right.
Scratch it into my phone if you got to. Fucking right here on my nipples.
Get on me. Yeah.
Sign my cock.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I get it. Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't him.
Nah. But
hey, I love CaRtOoNz.
Yeah.
And like the fact that I was watching his video, heard his real voice.
Right.
While I'm like, I literally told him that I was like, dude, I'm literally like watching your videos right now.
That's quite a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I was just watching it because I had nothing fucking to do.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Could you imagine if you had called Sharuk and you were like, "Can I get somebody over here now?" Like,
yeah. Like I'm good to leave now. Get somebody over here.
Man.
I think it was like 1. So.
I was almost there. Yeah.
Yeah. At like 2:00, the guy that swaps out showed up. So
for sure. I
had 30 minutes to do some work. But whatever. That's about it. If you got anything.
Well.
Come on, segue.
Destiny clicks. What segue? Just a side note here. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I finally got the fucking Cedar Point thing out because it was killing me.
You've been waiting to fucking tell your Cedar
I just kept forgetting,
stories.
Man. I got a good one about the one time I got into a fight at a casino, and I kind of want to leave the state out of it because I'm kind of banned. But
from the state?
No, from the casinos in the area.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So my dad and my godfather and I went to go see a UFC fight.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was about 3 years ago. This is back when I had red hair. My hair was...
That's been a while.
Was dyed. Yeah, so maybe 4 years.
Okay.
My hair was dyed red.
No, it was about 3 years ago.
Okay. And
because your hair was like purple when I first started, and then they complained, and you dyed it red.
Yeah. Okay, so it was 3 years ago. I don't know.
For the most part.
So 3 years ago, I went to this UFC fight, and it was all right. You know, it was I will say, the state that I was in, the crowd was very rednecky. It was very like, you know, we're conservative. You know, we don't give a fuck about any other things except for, you know, straight sex. You know, no drugs, no immigrants, you know, guns and everything. And I was like, I kind of like it here. So, we watched the UFC fight, whatever, it's all good. And I get a couple looks.
This is kind of a side note.
I'm ready.
I used to tell my mom all the time.
Yeah.
That I'm fucking tired of you immigrants. You know, like, I would say that shit to her all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, it'd just be like the most like random things. Like, she'd yell at me.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I hope you get sent back to your country. You know? But, you know.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I used to.
But you were born in Cuba, weren't you?
No, I was born here. I'm
my brother.
I'm 100% American.
Red, white, and blue, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, I was getting a couple looks in the crowd and the area, you know, because of how I looked. So I was a little thinner than I am now, and I had the red hair pulled back. I was wearing my glasses. I had my ear pierced, and I was actually dressed up. I should not have, because where I was, the state that I was, these people were all in fucking tank tops and shorts. You know what I mean? Like, there was no dress up attire.
Maybe some ripped jeans.
Dude, it was basically Florida. Yeah, like shitty Florida.
The cowboy jeans.
A little north of the Everglades. You know what I mean? So, I was wearing a blazer, nice blazer, like not a dress shirt, but a nice shirt. It wasn't collared, but it was a nice shirt, you know, dress pants and dress shoes, you know. So I was dressed nice, and we were actually sitting next to where some of the fighters commentate at. We had really good seats, so you know I look good over there. But my dad and my godfather, they fit in. They had like their baseball caps on, you know what I mean, American flag shirts, yeah. So people kept looking at me. And they're kind of giving me like the side eye. But, you know, I'm a little tough. I was like, fucking what? You know? People were just looking at me. So I kept that same attitude up. And, you know, when I'm with my dad, I'm going to say this real quick, little segue. My dad is extremely white. My dad is Irish, Polish, and Scottish. Okay? Mm-hmm. We do not really look alike unless you stand us next to each other and you look at our face.
Privilege. Thomas only pretends to have the privilege. Hey, his father truly does.
He's got the pride. So, yeah, he is extremely pale, and you know we don't look alike. He's he's bald, not completely. I will say that for him, but you know we basically just don't look alike. You know, so when we're out in public, continuing the segue.
I've seen the photo. Your dad does not look like you.
No, he doesn't. Like you really have to look. Yeah. So, you know, people think. And I know he likes to deny it. We look like a gay couple. like tomorrow we're going to the movie theaters. I guarantee you at least one person looking at us will be like, "Oh, they're a gay couple." Okay. You know, we don't do anything like weird. Like your we're not like
footing the bill.
What?
Like your dad paying for the bill?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he bought the movie tickets. I buy the food.
All right, that's a nice
date. Yeah. So you know we don't like have a weird like aura around us where it looks like we're, you know what I mean, like my dad and I are very like, you know, we shake hands, you know what I mean, and we say yes sir for sure. Like we don't hug too much unless we're at home and it's like a, you know, after Thanksgiving. Okay. You know what I mean? Sure. Yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to say my dad and I don't. You know, I reduce the amount of gay that I act around my dad.
So you act straighter with your dad.
I act extremely straight with my dad is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you can't be your true self.
No, I can't.
For shame.
He'll judge me and I only just got to be friends with him. I haven't seen him my whole life. No, so, that's what I want to say right now. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that, like, I was some, like, gay partner to these two guys, you know what I mean? Basically, yeah, because my dad and my godfather are walking around together, you know what I mean? Yeah. Right. So, you know, I look a little out of place down there, and not to mention I'm good looking. These people are all fucking ugly. They all look the same. Missing teeth, goat, like dirty
the older
beards.
dude doesn't have to look good. The younger one has to look good.
The sugar baby.
That's the one getting plowed.
That's right. As long as I'm getting paid, I'll take it anywhere. So, we get to a casino because it's not late. It's like 9:00. We're gonna hang out. We're in a new state, whatever, right? So we go to the casino, and my dad spots me some money, and we
a little sugar baby money.
Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds kind of weird because I have money. I have adult money, Yeah. So he gave me some cash, and he was like, "Hey, here, let me show you what to do or whatever." And I haven't told my dad I've been to casinos before. Like we live next to 3 casinos. John.
Once you're done.
And now I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 casinos are right next to us in Detroit, So I've been to casinos many times before. So, I humor him, and my dad and I go over to roulette. And it's a weird thing of, like, roulette. It's a weird setup. It's a lot of electronic roulettes. And
that's fair. There's
a big roulette table that is electronic, but there's seats around it. So I sit there by myself without my dad, and I put some money down on a couple spots, right? I hit. I put my lucky number, which is 22, which is for my birthday, and I hit, and I put down like $10, and I got 200 or something like that.
Cool.
Like I got 22 black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hit, and like people at the table were kind of looking at me. And they're all the same rednecks with, like, drinks in their hands. You know what I mean?
Yep. One of them came up to you and was like, "You ever have your shit pushed in, kid?"
Close. So, across from me, directly, is some fucking dumb bitch. He's looking at me, like, kind of, like, eyeing me up. And he's got, like, 3 empty cans in front of him. You know what I mean? So, I hit. And my dad notices. He comes over. He's talking to my godfather, who's doing something else. So my dad knows. He comes over and he's like, "Oh wow, good job, man!" Like he's excited for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like, "It's just like $200, Dad. It's whatever." You know what I mean? So he grabs me, gives me like a hug or whatever. You know what I mean? He's like, "Wow, nice, dude." Blah blah blah. He's really excited. I think my dad had a gambling problem.
Yeah, no, that's the time to be excited.
It is the time to be excited, but like
when you see like he probably didn't think you were gonna win shit. He probably thought you were just
we're just there to like just spend some money and have some fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, like he was super excited, like overly excited, and so the guy across does the unthinkable, bro. He takes the empty can, he tosses it towards me, and he goes, he doesn't really hit me, but it kind of like lands in front of me. He goes, "Yeah, nice job, faggots." So you know me. And I pushed my dad off like this, and I said, "What the fuck did you just say?" And he goes, "I said, good job, fag. What the fuck are you gonna do, fag?" And so he gets up and comes around the table. He's like 6 foot, beer belly, big dude. I didn't give a fuck. I had 1 drink in me.
Oh, okay.
No, 2. I had a beer at the UFC fight, and I had a drink at the table.
Okay, so
I get up to
red
him.
face, huh?
Dude, I was glowing. Yeah.
All right.
So my dad's like, "No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Nah, dude, fuck this fucking pussy." So I get up in his face. He pushes me, and me, I get a little too aggressive too fast. He pushes me. I push his arm off. And, like, as he's falling towards me with the momentum, I grab a bottle from the table of the guy sitting next to me, and I bash him in the face. It doesn't shatter like in the movies, unfortunately.
Of course they don't shatter.
It's just a solid bottle.
Solid.
Dude, there's a little liquid in it, too. I hit him.
Even worse.
Right across the nose. Blood flies down. And I push him a little, and then he gets on me. My dad grabs him and does like a judo thing, because my dad's a judo master.
Yeah.
He does a judo thing. He knocks him to the ground. I get on top of him. Before I can, like, do anything, the security's on me. Take me off. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here. Go, get off." Blah, blah, blah. And they shove us both out the doors. 2 separate doors, which I thought was very organized of them. It was cool. Quick. So they took me. They left my dad. They took me, and I left my phone on the table. My dad got it. Thank God. I kind of forgot about it. I was in action.
I'm sure you were thinking about your phone during that time.
No, I was thinking about beating this guy to death.
I want my phone so bad.
It's not that you know what it is? It's like I wasn't upset about being called a fag because I don't care. It was about my dad being getting called a fag. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I got that like weird like family like dynamic. So they threw me out the door, and I had noticed that they threw him out like way over there, and I just ignored him, whatever. And then my dad and godfather found me after, and they're like, "That was awesome," and we left, right? But I got an email because I won. You have to put your information in because it's electronic. I got an email that said, you are now banned from blah, blah, blah. We appreciate the time that you had, but unfortunately due to the blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? They're like, enjoy the winnings that you had. It was very professional. Right. They're like, you are not allowed at these casinos specifically in these states. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
That sucks, yeah.
That's cool.
It was cool. And it was something that I'll remember for a while. But, you know, I was ready. I was like... Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I will say...
Tell me about John before we forget.
Oh, I already forgot about that.
No. I can see it disappear. Continue this thought, and then I need John's side note.
We always save John for the end, right?
Yes.
So we'll save John for the end.
What time are we at, by the way?
I don't know.
No, I mean other thing. I'm going to keep talking so there's no dead air. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back.
We're about 2 hours in.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, literally exactly at the 2 hour mark.
Perfect, all right.
Yeah, so that's pretty good timing for us, regardless. Mm-hmm. So, what?
I thought you lost it again.
No. Like, we were talking about vibes and stuff and, like, how things, like, feel to, like, get into it and all that. I just remember a long time ago, and I'll be able to segue into the John thing because of this.
I like it. Stop taking my word.
Well, yeah.
Your side note.
Yeah. I'm side note. I'm segue. You're a segue. Get out of here.
She's so cute. I thought she was going to walk on you at some point.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, she heard you.
No, you're special ed. Hey, yo! Come here, baby.
She likes to pet me.
Cute.
But yeah. Back on topic. You shut up.
Yeah.
Fucking. Flicker off. Yeah. Look, I went to this club one time with Courtney and her friends and stuff, and I was like, it's kind of like two different stories, but I'm gonna kind of combine them in a way. The first club that we went to, it was with her two gay friends, right?
All right.
And I was like, okay, whatever. It's me, Courtney, her two gay friends, and then some other girl that I've never met before, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We go to this club and
you're a lucky man. Go ahead.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
We go to the club and we're just like having fun. We're just chilling. And like, Courtney goes away, right, to like drink with one of her gay friends, right?
Yeah.
His name's Marky. She leaves with him to get drinks and stuff. So I'm just like, vibing, doing a like couple like beats.
Yeah. Little, Yeah, I gotcha.
And like the boyfriend of that guy was like talking to me. I don't remember his name, but we're just like talking. We're like chilling, dancing a little bit, and then I was just like vibing with him, right?
Let's call him Daniel.
I think his name was like Antonio. No, not Antonio. It was something. It was more exotic. Like,
yeah. Something
with an E or some shit.
Ernesto.
Or an O. I think that was it.
There it is.
You said Ernesto. Yeah. I was like, something with an E or an O. It had both.
There it is. I put it together.
I think it was either that or Xavier or some shit. But whatever.
Nah, I like Ernesto.
Ernesto's better.
Yeah.
But whatever. Me and him are chilling. That one girl, she's kind of just like, I think she was a lesbian, so she was like vibing between people.
For sure.
And like, they come back, right? And they were like, oh, we should all start dancing, blah, blah, blah. They started playing like Hispanic music. And I was like, I know how to do Hispanic music. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then like, Courtney starts dancing with Marky, right? And I'm like, I ain't no bitch. Come here. And I pulled him in, And I started like going hard dancing. And like we're like doing like turns and shit. And he's like turning me. And then I just remember Courtney was like, oh shit, they're actually dancing. We got to start doing some shit. And like they're just like faking it as they go and shit. And they're like, why are those fuckers looking so professional over there? We need to swap this up. They're having too strong of a connection. And so then we swapped back. And then, I'm dancing with my girl. He's dancing with his boy. And like, it was a fun time, right? Yeah. It felt really good. I was like, this is cool. And then this was like another time where like, I was like, this isn't the vibe, right? That time it was fun. Like everything was like light. The music was fucking hitting. And so like we get to this fucking club. It's like a whole different group. And it's I'm trying to remember that it's my wife, her friend Savannah, her cousin, and I think Marky was there too.
Okay.
It was like all four. No, there was like 5 of us. I think there was another girl, but I don't really remember her. And fucking, we go there, and it's just like immediately like they're all getting like hammered, right?
For sure.
I don't drink, right? So like I'm just watching everybody just getting plastered with drinks, and like they're like stumbling, trying to dance and shit, and I'm just sort of like, in my head, I'm like, man, I got to be like the guy that has to keep track of everybody now because everyone's too fucked up. The only one who wasn't that fucked up was Marky, right? But he drank too, you know? Like, he obviously had a couple, but he could hold himself.
You're the DD, baby.
Compared to the women. And like, I'm just like standing there and like I'm listening to the music and I'm just like sort of vibing to it, and I'm not feeling it at all, and I'm hating it, right? I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking bored. I could be at home playing League of Legends right now, right? And some random black dude just like shows up out of nowhere, joins our fucking group, right? And that motherfucker was so fucking hype. Yeah. And like he was just like doing all this crazy shit, acting hype, and I'm just being all chill, like I don't give a fuck. And I don't know what happened, but all I know is he grabbed me and put me in a headlock, and like he started like bobbing me with the dance and shit. What the fuck? So like he wasn't trying to hurt me, you know? Okay. But like he grabbed me, put me in a headlock, and was like, "Yo, start dancing, man!" And he like bounced me, you know? Okay. And I was just like, and then like the song that was playing, the beat fucking dropped, and I was just like, fuck it. You know, I started getting with the music and shit. Like, he got me into the vibe because I was so, like, disconnected from it. Right. Right? And he, like, yanked me back into where the fun was, even if I wasn't drinking or anything, right? So I was just like, fuck it. You know, hanging out with his group at that point. And then later on, Savannah, like, was, like, extremely fucking drunk, and, like, the girl that came with her was her cousin, and she was like, literally they took 2 steps and fell straight to the ground. Damn. And like the fucking bouncers came in and they were like, these bitches need to go, take them fucking home. I was like, you don't even know if I'm with them. I am, but you don't know that. You know, like he literally just looked at me and like Marky and was like, take these bitches home. And I was just like, how you know we're with them? You know, we don't, just take them. Well, all right. All right, opportunity, huh? That's not safe. Like, that's literally what happened. But we scooped them up off the floor, took them, and then, we got to the house and all that. But that was like the vibe that, like, for sure, it didn't feel good, and then it like switched because one dude was like, "Let's have some fun." I love being that dude. Yeah, I fucking love that shit. Sorry, I burped. What just came out of you? I burped. Show me your teeth. Something just fell out of your mouth. I'm not sure what it was. Nothing. Okay. I don't think it did. We'll check the camera. I was making sure your tooth didn't fall out or something. Because my mom also cracked her tooth. I think I told you this. Where one time we were going out to eat. This is like a few months ago. Because this is a recent thing. Mm-hmm. And we were at Texas Roadhouse, I think. We were about to eat steak or whatever the fuck. No, we were eating the bread and the cinnamon butter. Fucking crack. Yeah. So we were about to smash into that, and I looked at her and I said, "Stop! Don't eat. Hold on. Your tooth fell out." Because I didn't know she had lost her tooth before, and it was a fake tooth. And she goes, "Oh, that's really embarrassing." It's my tooth's not fake, right? No, yours is a real plastered in there. I'm talking like she just has a tooth you can remove and put it back in. Well, yeah, that happens to people. Like, that's crazy to me. My tooth is so like, they shaped it so that they can put a solid thing on it. Yeah, and it's permanent. Yeah, it's permanent. Yeah. This won't come off unless someone knocks the shit out of me. Yeah. Which I hope doesn't happen because I already know how it felt when it fucking broke off the first time. If it breaks off this time, they would have to remove the whole tooth because there would be nothing to grab. And your jaw will fall off. Probably. That happened. I was just checking. Oh, okay. Because I thought your tooth flew out. There's nothing whatever you saw came out of my mouth, it was probably spit. I'll put something in there. All right, sure. Don't forget about the John story. Yeah. Are we closing? I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, okay, I wasn't, but because like we were just talking about like the vibes and all
Yeah,
that,
the vibes,
right?
and then you got home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it wasn't wasn't the only time I ever hung out with Courtney's friends. One time I went to a gay club. Right.
Nice.
And
which one?
I think it was called Gigi's.
Okay.
Is that
Gigi's is like the most popular one.
Okay.
Around here, yeah.
Sure. Then I went to a club named Gigi's.
Yeah.
And I went there, and I didn't want to go. Like, I think this was like the first time I went there, right? I went with my girl. It was her gay friend and like a couple other chicks that were also lesbians. And then I brought John with me. And I told John, I was like, John.
Is this the segue?
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited.
This is the side note or whatever.
Side note? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, John, we have to protect each other.
Okay.
Because, you know, I hung out with gay people, but I've never been to a gay club. And
Okay.
like that's where people are prowling.
You don't know what the rules are?
Right. I don't know what the rules are. I just know anyone could walk up to me and try to flirt, right?
Yeah.
But
By the way, love gay bars. Go ahead.
fair enough. But in my head I was like, if I bring John with me, I'll have my protection and I'll protect him.
Okay.
Right? Because it'd be one of those, yeah, we're together, you know, no one will fuck with us thinking we're together, right?
For sure.
It just seemed like a kind of a safe haven.
You're so funny. Okay.
What? In your head, you're like, that's not true, Kyle. Nick's still
No, I'm just like, I
That's
love that your
one.
mindset is kind of like that of like a college girl going to a club for the first time with her girlfriend. Like, let's stick together. That way nobody will bother us.
But yeah, but you know, I went with my girl so that I could dance with her and
I
all
get what you're
that.
saying.
But instead, I was like, nah, I gotta be with John.
All
'cause
right.
John's my saving grace.
So do tell.
John will keep my booty clenched, you know?
Jesus.
But so we go there and we're like chilling. Courtney's, you know, doing her thing, getting drinks with her friends, like always.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you. Don't
Stop
swap.
popping my bubble.
Don't swap me away. And I'm like, you know, I'm just pretty much there alone with John and we're just talking. We're like moving to the music, whatever. Right. And they had a pool table there and I was like, dude, let's go play some pool. Like, fuck it. Let's just chill and be dudes, right?
Yeah.
Because dudes play pool. And so like I'm playing and
Yeah, they do.
dude, I'm fucking winning.
Okay.
Like John is naturally bad at anything he does.
For sure.
There are some things he's good at, but it's because he put some time and effort.
Seizures.
Yeah. He put a lot of time and effort into that. But we were playing and then like I'm making a shot, boom, I did it, and then like the next one I miss, whatever. He goes, he misses, next shot, boom, I got it. And then like we're just playing it down, right? We play like 2 games and on this back wall is a bunch of old dudes that's just been watching us the whole time we've been playing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just like these really old dudes. Like they seem like if you turn around, all young people.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You turn towards the bar in the corner, just a bunch of old guys staring.
Yeah.
Right? So me and John, you know, fucking aiming. I'm like bent over the table.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Ass out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Getting my shots in, you know? And then John's doing the same thing, and then this big guy had to have been like 300 pounds, borderline fucking bigger, you know?
Yeah.
He just like gets up from the chair and he starts like suave walking over.
Yeah.
He walks over to John and he's like, hey man, I've been watching you play and I think you need a little help. And like John's like looking at him, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like holding the thing, looking at him, and the guy comes up right behind him.
Holy shit.
Grabs both his hands.
Yeah.
And like aims for him.
Yeah.
That was the fastest I ever seen John's bones break to get out of this man's grip, right?
Ooh.
Like John was like, I'm with that guy.
How have I never heard this story? That's amazing.
And then I'm like, come to me, John. Come here, baby. And the guy, you know, made the shot and he was like, I was just trying to teach you, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, we appreciate it. Nah, we're just shooting for fun. We're not playing serious or nothing.
Oh, man.
You know? And then he's like, don't worry. If you boys need any help, us old timers, we got you.
Oh boy.
And I was just like, thanks, man.
Are you being polite by not doing the voice?
Huh?
Are you being polite by not doing the voice?
Why? Because he had a saucy voice? He definitely had a saucy voice. I can't do saucy voices.
Okay.
You can do them pretty fine.
Yeah, I can.
But yeah, no, he specifically, they touched John that day for sure.
That's awesome.
And fucking John came running to me like a lost puppy, and I'm like, it's okay.
That's so funny.
I'll protect you so they don't touch you.
Oh, Jesus.
So then pretty much that happened, and after that, we went and found Courtney and them, and then we went back to dancing and shit, and like chilling. And I saw my uncle there.
At the club?
Yeah. So
How was he?
Well, he's gay. So
Was he having a good time?
he was there with his young boyfriend, and he was having fun. I saw him there, and I was like, "Hey, we should dance, blah blah blah." You know, like, because it's just my uncle. I'm assuming it'd be a nice time.
Why not?
And he literally like pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Hey, man, so you shouldn't come to places like this." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "This is a fucking gay club." And he's like, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "No, I'm here with my girl."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, but everyone's gonna get the wrong idea about you." I'm like, "Who's here that knows me?"
Right.
And he's like, "I guess whatever the community is there, they would have fucking recognized me or something. I don't fucking know." But he said this whole thing, and then he ratted me to my parents, and my parents cussed me out for going to a gay club. And because, my dad wasn't the most open-minded person,
Yeah.
Like, if I was gay, he wouldn't give a shit, I think. But because I wasn't gay, but I was pretending to be gay, apparently, he had a problem with that.
Oh, I see.
I
get it.
Because, my mom, she's okay with gay people.
Yeah.
Because, her brother's gay.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that is common in our life.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise someone's gay, you know? But they were like, they even thought it was weird that I hung out with them. Because I had my own gay friend when in high school, right? And middle school. And I went to school with him my whole life. His name was Hector. And he was one of my, like, best friends during that time. Mm-hmm. So like they even told me, they're like, you shouldn't hang out with him because people are going to think you're gay. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? This is my boy. I've been with him my whole life. Yeah. Just because I barely found out he started sucking dick. Like, is that a problem? Right. Like, and they were like, yeah, but what if he hits on you? I was like, let him. Like, shit, at least someone's doing it.
At least I'm getting some action.
I was a dusty little kid, It was like once I got into the high school, that's when I started like really taking care of myself, making myself look better than what I was. What's this?
Your wife's texting me. She's so funny.
Yes. But long story short, John got touched by a
That's awesome
pound man.
I'm surprised I never heard that story.
And then ran to me so that I could hold him so that they would be like, this is my man,
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
That shit was great.
I wish I had a good like clubbing story. I'm not a big clubber. Unless I'm with friends, I don't like to go.
If it wasn't for Courtney, I would have never gone.
It's not my scene, man. I'd rather...
Like I said, I'm more of a sit here, play video games with my friends.
VR chat's my club.
Dog. I used to fuck with VR chat a little too hard.
I remember seeing you on it for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I used to... I know you didn't really like talk to her too much, but the chick that was named Lenny that's in our group.
Yeah, I know Lenny.
Well, I know you know her, but like I know you didn't really talk to her too much. Yeah.
I only talk to her to praise her once a month. Yeah.
Yeah. She used to like go on there all the time and would just be on there. Yeah. And we would go from like chat rooms to chat rooms, and then there was like a movie place, and we would go and watch movies with strangers.
That's cool. And I've always wanted to like get into that.
Like you could just hang out and like legit.
It's very nice for people who are not social outside of
VR chat is a whole nother like universe style.
Sword Art Online, baby.
You can have fun just chilling with people. Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that I get really bad motion sickness, I could play the game a lot longer. Yeah. But I'll sit there for like I remember one time me and Johnny were playing this fucking game where it was a shooter where we had to like kill a bunch of bugs and like run really fast and do a bunch of stuff. Dude, I was literally standing there and I'm like, we're playing for like 2 hours just killing shit, running around, and I'm like I'm like, Johnny. He's like, what? I was like, I think I'm about to fall to the ground. And he's like, what do you mean? Like your character? I was like, no. And I fell. And I was like, I'm so fucking dizzy, man. And he's like, what are you talking about? And like, all you see is like my avatar on the floor. That's what he's seeing.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, I'm like sweating profusely. Like, you know, I barely sweat normally. Right. And I'm like, I'm just so fucking dizzy. My head is spinning right now. I like took the headset off and like I couldn't have my eyes open. I had to close them.
Oh,
like,
that sucks, man.
I sat for like 15 minutes and then I was like, all right, I'm doing better. I'm coming back. I'm not playing any more VR tonight. We could play something else.
Mm-hmm. Come here, baby. Hey, yo. Houdini.
I try to push her. No.
No. Come here, baby.
Go. Go.
We're trying to get the bird over on the couch. Ah. She's like,
she did the, this is your last chance bite.
Why she keep petting you?
I don't know.
Maybe she's hungry.
She likes to pet.
Cute. Oh, is that what it is? Hungry? Hungry?
You want food? Yes, you do.
I was waiting for her to bob her head.
Just so you know, Thomas told me not to feed her today so that she'd be on camera the whole time.
Animal cruelty. We don't approve of it.
I obliged.
But we oblige. just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Should be alright.
Nah, I usually feed her every day, like around the same time anyway. So.
Everything I learned about animal care comes from
PETA?
Tiger King.
Oh.
Fuck PETA.
Okay. Well, Tiger King's just as bad.
It is. I was making my little joke. I hope that guy's doing okay. So,
King.
what were we just talking about 2 seconds ago?
John getting touched by a 300-pound man.
Man, I wish I had stories about that. Oh, I really want to get into
I do.
I really want to get into VR.
Oh yeah, we were talking about VR.
Yeah, I really like.
Well, do you have a VR system?
No.
You want to borrow one?
What does that mean? You have 2?
I have 2.
What?
You want to borrow one?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We could watch some movies and stuff. I will show you this because I'm actually really happy about this. So I don't. This is a 2. But I bought this headset piece.
Yeah.
So that it connects better to the back of your head, right? Mm-hmm. And it houses your shit a lot better so it's more stable.
Yeah.
So you're less delirious and whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it also has this little thing right here.
What's that for?
Which is a portable battery pack so that you can play for extra hours and it stays charged.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much was this? 400?
I got mine off of, so you ever used a website called Let Go?
Nope.
Okay, well, I did.
Is it like .net? Is it sketchy?
No, I think I have it on my phone. It's just it's kind of like a Craigslist, you know?
Yeah.
They changed it to OfferUp, but
Gotcha.
Before it used to be called Let Go.
Gotcha.
Because I remember there were 2 different companies and they combined. And
was it like Etsy? Like you just sell your shit?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty much. So I went on there and I just typed in Oculus Rift and I put in parameters for how much I wanted to spend.
Yeah.
And this one, I got this one for $120.
Holy shit. Because the stuff I've been looking at is like 400.
Yeah. So that's the newest one. So what happened was the first Rift, so like I had the Oculus Rift, right?
Yeah.
That came out. I gave it to Matt. But
I remember that.
I don't think he's ever used it a day in his life. Even though that one is a lot stronger than this one. And I spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
Because I bought like a sensor for each corner of the room so that you could do everything and it could see you.
Nice.
Know?
Yeah.
But for this, some dude, he was clearly flexing on me.
For sure.
He was selling this for like, he bought it and he was like, I only used it for a week and figured it was for little kids. I didn't want it anymore. He paid $300 for it, right? Originally. And he only sold it for $120 because he just wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'll fucking buy it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I met up with him. We met up at the police station in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
And I was like, cool, we're just here. We're going to go to a safe spot.
Yep.
What could happen in front of the police station?
Right.
Apparently a lot of shit can happen in front of a police station, but nothing happened bad here.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Uh-huh.
But I get there and he's in this old-timey fucking like retro car.
Nice.
Like legit.
We talking station wagon or nice?
Dude, like the doors were fucking wooden.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like if it didn't have a brand new engine in it, it would have been a steam engine.
Gotcha.
That's the kind of fucking car he was driving.
Like a Ford.
Yeah.
Like the OGs.
Like an OG Ford.
Wow.
And I'm like, he pulled up in that. So I'm like, this motherfucker's got money.
What a dick.
Yeah. Like, he's definitely got cash. He does not give a fuck that he just sold this for barely a penny of what he spent.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I came up to him. He, like, pulled it out. He, like, showed me. He even offered me his account. And I was like, nah, I already got an account. Thanks.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, man, pretty much brand new. I've only used it, like, 3 times, and I just didn't care for it. That is, like, the biggest fucking, like, what are those people called? Trust fund babies?
Gotcha.
That I've ever met, right?
Gotcha.
Like, that guy definitely had money. He just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he pulls up in that car, which is probably his dad's car for sure.
Yeah.
But he pulled
Fucking
up in that.
great-grandfather's car.
I was literally looking at it, and I was like, dog, that's a nice-ass car. He's like, yeah, I paid way too much for it. I got to get some uses out of it before I get rid of it. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah.
Like, that's just how he was talking. Like, it was just an everyday thing.
I don't like that.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, dude. Here's your money. And I just fucking walked off.
Yeah.
And then later on, I ended up buying one for Courtney, which is sitting in there inside a case.
Nice.
But, you know, she doesn't use that one. She uses this one.
Gotcha. Why'd she use this one?
Because I barely use this one now. And this
use that one. This
one lasts hours.
Yeah.
You know? Just because she likes to watch movies with her friends.
Gotcha.
Or with one of her friends.
Look at how technology brings us all together.
Yeah.
We could solve so much world peace if we just put everybody in the simulation.
I'm dressed up as furries.
No.
I wouldn't.
I want those people dead.
Oh.
That's a fun topic. I am a big cosplayer. I love spending lots of time and effort. So I have a full Mandalorian costume. I'm working on a full suit of knight armor right now. I've got a lot of other cosplays that I kind of don't touch anymore. But I'm really big in the stage makeup. I'm really big in the cosplay and all this other stuff. But you know what I can't fucking respect? Furries.
You know, my cousin's a furry.
Fucking hate furries. Fucking hate your cousin. Never met him. Cunt.
You haven't met that cousin. I think you've met Leo, though. But Leo's not the one I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
So.
You look pretty cool in that, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I paid a lot of money for it.
Paid $100 for it. $150 for it. Yeah, so, man, I hate furries. And I've told you before, and I don't think I've told this on the podcast yet, because I think we were going to wait to do like a D&D kind of podcast, just because there's a lot to talk about.
You're telling me you don't ever want to dress up as your dragonborn? Come on.
See, that's the hard line, is that I like dressing up for character, I like dressing up for, you know, like I'll wear a full suit and mask, right? Yep. But the difference is that I'm not going to identify as a wolf and go around fucking my friends in a...
You don't have to fuck your friends.
You do. It's part of it.
Oh, you have to?
Yeah, that's like furry religion 101.
Damn, alright.
I'm fucking sick of these people and their cult and their shit, okay?
Okay.
Fucking hate furries.
Remember, you have to fuck your friends.
It sucks because one of my friends who I worked at the escape room with, he's a furry.
Cool. I mean, no, horrible.
Thank you. Hey, your opinions are your own, brother.
I don't give a fuck.
But
I don't apologize.
Man.
If you need me to hate something just as much as you hate, I'm fucking on your side.
Furries need to die. Like, you know, he's really proud.
But behind the scenes, I'm going to be like, go furries, or whatever, you know? I don't give a fuck. But then when
I shouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I do. I have a real race hate against furries.
I don't know. It's hard for me to judge because I do too much weird shit.
That's what's weird about me. I do a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
A lot of weird shit. I probably put more money into the shit than the people put in their furry costumes, but I hate furries.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They just ruin the vibe for me. Like, we're gonna, like, I don't know if you're gonna go, but I'm going to Ren Fair this year, right?
Okay.
At least multiple times. I bought the pass.
I'll probably go like once.
For sure.
I want to go to like a different one. I don't want to go to like ours anymore.
I know, I'm tired of ours.
I want something different.
But I just went for it.
I know it's still a good time.
Yeah.
But we've done it so many years in a row.
Right.
That I feel like going out of state for it would be different.
The thing that sucks is that they all do it at different months.
Yeah.
Like Milwaukee, I actually wanted to try Wisconsin because I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah.
They already did it. Like, their Ren Fair's over. Like, I kind of don't want to go to Ren Fair in the summer. Like, it's hot as fuck. You know what I mean?
Why not?
It's whatever. I don't know. I'd rather go in the fall like we do in Michigan.
Yeah, but it's like rain.
Bless you.
And shit every time. Every year it fucking pours hard as hell.
Yeah, one day is always raining.
Like one day it's the muddiest fucking.
I kind of love it.
And like I like it when the sports are going on. And
yeah.
We were doing the beer fucking.
Yeah.
The keg toss.
The keg toss.
Dude, that shit was
Remember
fun.
when I fucked that up?
Yeah, remember when you threw it like right in front of you?
I hit the ground.
And then remember when I came in third place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Johnny's second?
No.
No? Johnny did pretty well too. I was really upset.
It was some bald guy.
Yeah, the bald guy with
the bald guy fucking had He-Man strength.
Yeah. He was like, short too.
Yeah, he fucking
I see him every year.
Fucking bitch flying.
Yeah, he's like 5'6".
And then it was like some young guy just like whoa. Yeah, me.
Yeah.
It was me and him were there, and then it was another guy. There was 4 people, and then me and the last guy, we had the same distance.
Yeah, I remember that.
To rethrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Good time. I was upset because I knew the people who were doing that event because it was the Highlander event.
Yeah, you knew them. And then you fucked up.
I was like, I'm like partially related to one of them. I fucked it up right in front of everyone.
You were like, oh. And everybody was talking shit.
Yeah, because I made a big deal.
That is one thing I love about Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Is when you fuck up or do something silly, everybody
in character fucks with you.
Everywhere will hit you with the boo him.
Yeah.
Boo.
That is pretty funny,
dude.
I do have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the Michigan Ren Fair because of, you know me. I know most of the people, the vendors, and I know that the owner's a cunt, and, you know, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of drama behind the scenes. But it's like, the thing is that it's so close. It's voted as one of the best Ren Fairs in the United States.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. Can't deny that.
I feel like last year's it was kind of crummy a little bit.
Last year's was crummy. The parking thing and the price changes.
I don't know. I had a free ticket. But I felt like some of their stuff, like they had a lot of their stuff closed. Like they didn't have enough people who actually wanted to work it that year.
Really? I didn't notice that.
Like, you know, the jousting area where you get to like fuck people up with swords.
That was gone.
That was closed.
You and I had fun at that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was closed. The rides that they have there that are meant for the little kids, those were closed because they didn't have enough people.
Oh, wow.
The guy who runs the venue,
bitch.
Literally, I don't know if he's a bitch, but he walked up to me and Johnny and offered us a job to come back like the next day and like work the fucking like side shit. Like he was just offering people who were like in costume.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's desperate.
And I was just like, I would, but I work. Like,
yeah. I have a life.
I have a real job.
Yeah.
You're not saying that's not a real job because, you know, those people make their money that way.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those, like, I think he was telling me it's like, it's anywhere between $15 to $18.
Meaning it's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Like, me and Johnny looked at him and was like, we ain't fucking working for that much, bitch.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. We ain't your teenagers who are fucking here for school credits.
Right.
You know, we're grown-ass people. We're
not here to get abused like the rest of your workers. Literally, I'm in all the Facebook groups, like the employee Facebook groups. They're all so pissed. They hate it all the time. But it's their passion. You know what I mean?
Right.
They travel to other fairs to work.
When you love something that much, you put all the effort you can into it.
Yeah.
Even if it smacks you down.
Yeah. You know, I made nothing for working for D&D Beyond for a while. I made close to nothing.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
I think you were only making like $50.
Not even.
No?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that little, but I dedicated that much time into it, and I still do technically.
Oh.
But I'm not getting paid.
But you get paid more now, right?
No.
Or you don't get paid anymore?
I mean, a little, but not enough to care.
Well, yeah, I know that, but like, it was more than what it was before.
No.
No?
No, it's less.
So you just work for them like a whore.
But I'm playing D&D, so it's,
whatever.
It's whatever.
It's still cool.
It is cool.
I wouldn't say D&D. Well, you said D&D Beyond, right?
Yeah.
So like, to even get paid by them just to play.
Yeah. That was cool for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that a long time ago and you sounded happy about it. And I was like, well, fuck you.
I was happy because my name was getting put in an adventure. You know what I mean? Like I'm forever branded as a support writer for a specific thing, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, was it one that we've ever played?
No, it was Icewind Dale.
Okay.
Rime of the Frost Maiden.
What'd you do in there?
I helped curate a specific part of an adventure that's kind of a spoiler, and I also helped create a spell, which was Ice Knife.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Just a little evocation spell.
I will say I've gotten paid one time to be a DM.
Nice.
It was on like one.
I'm not. You told me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just online with a bunch of strangers.
Yeah.
I DM'd I think 1.5 sessions with them because it was the first half they went through and then they finished the other half. It was supposed to be one shot.
Yeah.
And they were like, can we just call it at this point? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, sure, we can come back to it if you guys want me back for another day. I made $20 each time.
All right.
I was like, all right, cool. Each one of them paid like $5.
Nice.
Yeah. There was... Yes. there was technically 5 of them, but 4 of them paid $5. I was like, whatever, you're fucking... I'm not evil.
Yeah, right.
I just want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But it was just one of those websites where you can just link up with people.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, we'll pay a DM to play for us. And I was like, so I could either just play and pay someone else to be my DM, or I could just DM and make some cash. Fuck it. I DM for everybody in my life, so I might as well DM for some strangers.
Right. A little cash.
I did use that cash that I made to play other games with other people.
Nice.
So it had its benefit.
There you go.
So
investment.
I had $40. Games were $5 to get into. Fuck it. I paid it.
I get you. I would do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck it. I'll DM a little bit just to get some shit. I also, I don't know if you know the name of the place, Pandemonium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I not introduce you to Pandemonium Games and Hobbies, or did you already know about it?
No, I already knew about it. I used to go there and DM. I used to work with, what's his name, David? I think his name was David.
David, the big fat dude?
Yeah. He used to run it all.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
How do you know who David is?
Why do I remember his name?
Bro, I have been, like, a part of the Pandemonium, like, life forever.
Yeah.
Like, the crew for, like, 10 years.
I used to DM for him, like, on a weekly basis.
That's crazy. I've never seen you.
Yeah.
That's insane. I've never seen you.
We could have become friends sooner. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And, David and I share the same birthday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
His birthday is June 22nd.
That's cool.
Yeah. Every year on Facebook, I message him.
Okay. Yeah, I remember, like, I used to talk to him all the time, and, like, I remember one time I, like, made this little kid cry, and like, David was on my side.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, this little kid came up to me, he's like, I only have, like, 15 minutes to play, and I'm like, I told him, like, I'm running, like, an hour-long session, and we're about to start in, like, 10 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, right.
Because, like, I was still setting up, right?
Well,
like, I just got the book. I was reading because he literally handed it to me. He's like, Kyle, can you run this for us? And I was like, yeah, but I'm going to need a minute so I can actually read it so that I'm not, like, fucking up, right? So, like, I sat there reading it, and I'm like, okay, so we'll start in, like, 10 minutes. Let me just read a bit, and then I'll skip ahead, read a little bit, skip ahead, so that, I can at least feel prepared.
Yeah.
And I just remember the kid just, like, crying and being like, are we going to start, like, right now? Like, my mom's coming soon. And, like, he's being annoying as fuck. I'm like, listen, man, I got, like, 4 other people sitting here waiting patiently. They understand, like, this was just thrown on me. Give me a minute. I will happily run this for you and let you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever. And, like, as I'm reading it, he goes and he, like, snitches on another table. And he's like, listen, I gotta leave in, like, 5 minutes. This guy never started. Can I, like, play with you guys? And they were like, whoa, no, we're in the middle of fighting our, like, big bad. Like, we don't want you to fuck it up for us.
Right.
You know? And then, like, he starts crying and then...
David?
No, my buddy Yosifer.
Oh, okay.
He was in that group.
Now that you say that, it's really weird. I have seen Yosifer there before.
Okay.
I now it's like...
Yeah, me and Yosifer used to go there all the time.
Okay.
So Yosifer was running in that group, and he was like, all right, kid, come over here. You can play my character. And, like, David was mad about that. He was like, no, you have to play your character. What if your character died here?
Right.
You know? And, like... I just remember fucking Yosifer coming up to me. He's like, how dare you make that little kid cry? And I was like, you know how much I give a fuck about the children in this fucking building? I was just like, like, I wasn't having it. You know, I was just trying to have a good time with all these people who were sitting at my table.
Right.
And, like, you know, I started the session. Everyone's having a great time. We're playing. And then Yosifer comes over and yells at me. And I'm like, that kid got me, like, to, like, a certain limit. And then Yosifer, like, tipped the scale. Yeah. Because Yosifer, I love him so much.
Shit starter.
He knows how to push my buttons as much as I know how to push his buttons. Mm-hmm. Right? Or at least in the past. So he is just, like, bagging on me about this little kid. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about that kid. I would have beat his ass if I had the chit. Like, I was just saying all this shit. And then, like, I remember David coming up and be like, is there an issue? I was like, no, we're just gay lovers. Spat. Yeah. You know? And he's just like, oh, all right. And, but yeah, no, I used to go to Pandemonium.
Literally That's crazy. I've never seen you.
I used to get discounts all the time because the guy told me, he was like, yeah, every time you play, you get like a 5% discount. Mm. And it goes up to like, I think he said 35 or some shit.
Nice.
Something
I missed like before COVID Pando. I used to go there every Wednesday.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not the same.
You used to go Wednesdays?
Yeah. Wednesdays was D&D night.
Yeah, that's okay. I was about to say, that's the days I went.
Yeah.
I would never see you.
Are you fucking kidding me? And then Friday nights, I used to play Modern Magic.
Okay, so I would go sometimes on Fridays to see the Magic plays. I thought it was hilarious because back when I was in college, all of my friends played Magic. I played Magic too.
Right.
They're the ones who got me into it, right? And fucking one of our friends who just joined, we told them, hey, come to Pandemonium. We're going to be here this Friday. It's going to be fun. We're just going to chill. They got like hot dogs and shit. They got all this stuff. You just eat, drink, whatever. And fucking we go there and like the guy's like, well, what's going to be there? I was like, don't worry about it. You're just going to see a bunch of fat motherfuckers playing around cards. And there's going to be one specific really ripped dude.
Yeah.
And like, and like they were like, what the fuck do you mean? I was like, it's only ever like one guy, maybe two, but there is like a guy who is a professional bodybuilder who is just there always. Yeah. It was just this really tall black guy, just jacked arms, dude. He was like a fucking titan. Mm. I just know I whooped his ass all the time in D&D. But he would do a lot of like, because I would just do decks that would like, just to have fun decks, right? For sure. I never did the competitions. My friends did competitive play, so like they would have like those decks that could like run your shit within like 3 turns, you know?
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, man, fuck you people. I hate you guys because this is what you build just to like fuck with people. But my decks are like burn decks or something stupid, right. You know? Like my defender deck, like that guy, I got the perfect hand in the very beginning and he couldn't do shit when I had my defender deck. Mm. And he just like sat there watching me play while I was just like, I do this. And then it's your turn. I cancel your turn. And then I do this. Right. Because like, what the fuck are you going to do? Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to have a good time at Pandemonium. Not sponsored, but I still shout out love for them.
I can't believe you went to Pando that much.
All the time?
I can't believe you know who David is.
Why wouldn't I know David?
I'm so fucking pissed right now.
Why?
Because I've been going there for years, since I was like 14. No, I was driving, so 15.
Okay.
Like, that's crazy. I've like never seen you.
Yeah.
But I do remember Yosifer that I played. So the first time I met Yosifer, and I never put this together until right now as we're talking, that I played Magic against him and I lost.
That's fair.
I remember. And yeah, man, that's just crazy.
He did have a few good decks.
Yeah, that's just crazy that I'm like...
Because I will tell you this. I never played D&D with Yosifer because he had his own group. He introduced me.
You see what happens?
Well, no. But, like, he had his own group that was there, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, he brought me, like, because I would ride with him, and, like, I'd give him gas money or whatever,
I got you.
Right? So, he would always play with his group, and he would tell me, like, listen, we're about to start. We can hang out afterwards. We can hang out before, but once we start, I'm locked in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I join your table? And I'm like, he would tell me, he's like, you can, but we're, like, really locked in the middle of a session. So, like, you'll be the odd man out and no one's going to, like, really fuck with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understand the feeling. Like, I don't mind jumping in and, like, helping out, but, like, I don't want to, like, ruin their whole dynamic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. So, like, I made my own group and I DM'd for other people because fuck it. I only had one guy DM for me. It was this young guy who was, like, he was really skinny and had, all I remember is that he had really big teeth and a wisp.
Lisp.
Yeah, lisp. Whatever you said.
You said lisp with a wisp.
Yeah.
Wisp with a lisp.
That's what I was trying to do.
Gotcha.
But he had that, and the whole time, dude, I'm a fucking asshole. You know, the whole time he was doing it, I was doing it with...
Oh, you're so fucking mean.
Yeah, I was doing it too. I was like, yeah, I seethed my sword. You know, like, I would say shit like that.
Fuck, you're so mean.
And, like, it didn't bother him or anything. Or at least he didn't say it bothered him.
He killed himself.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he probably died somewhere in a corner.
Your name was on the note.
Yeah, I'm his 13th reason.
Jesus fucking Christ. Hello.
But yeah, no. Pandemonium was always a cool place. And then I introduced it to my brother when he finally got out of prison, and we went there a couple times.
Nice.
And I was like, it's literally not the same.
It's not the same. Since the shutdown, it's not the same.
Yeah.
They lost all that business. They have no in-person. And now that they're fully back because they did online selling, and that's the only thing that saved them, now they're a real store on the inside.
Yeah, they really... Like, the store itself looks very good.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to the guys, and I'm like, do you guys still do, like, D&D and stuff and still do all this? They're like, no,
they
not
do it
really.
at home. Yeah.
It's just all home stuff. Because I remember David gave me access to all of his shit. Like, he put me on his account.
Nice.
For his D&D Beyond account so that I could have all his reading material. I could download whatever I needed. I could make custom characters, print the sheets out for people.
Yeah.
And I was like, you'd really give me all this shit? He's like, dog, that's why I have it. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Nice.
You know, and like, you know, I was cool with David for the most part.
Yeah.
I doubt he remembers me now. You know, because it's been years since I've like really gone and talked to him.
Yeah.
But back when I was a stable body, I was at least someone who was known.
Yeah.
Apparently unknown to you.
Dude, who are you?
Yeah, I didn't know you were there.
That's crazy. We never ran into each other.
That is wild that we were probably in the same room,
literally the same room. Yeah.
And just not fucking ever seeing each other.
Yeah.
Because I used to just mingle with people. I would just go and sit with random people. Yep. Whenever I wasn't doing the D&D shit, I was literally just talking and joking with anyone that wanted to talk.
Do you remember Dan? Have you met Dan?
Yeah.
Dan Chapman?
Yes.
He was my DM. He was my guy.
He was.
When I got initiated into Pando, 15 years old, you know, David said, hey, go find Dan to find a table to play at.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dan's the guy. Literally, Dan the man. He'll get you indoctrinated. He kind of does the, you know, he does the D&D around here.
Right.
And so I met Dan, and Dan was like, I have a spot at my table if you'd like to play. Dan has been my friend ever since. And Dan is like...
I've played with him.
I'll always thank Dan.
Played with him one time.
Mm.
So I know you weren't there, but I played with him one time, and he was like, so what are your plans? And I was like, I was planning on being a DM for a while. And, like, he was like, oh, that's cool.
Thank God we need more DMs.
Yeah. That's literally what he said.
That's what he always said.
He's like, thank God we need more.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I saw, like, and I felt bad because there's so many people just waiting who wanted to play. And he felt bad because he's like, yeah, I just don't have the people. And I was just like, yeah, well, I'm happy to be one of them. And you guys come every Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. This time, I was like, shit, I can make my day, to come out here. But that was cool. I don't know.
That's so crazy. You were in the same circle as I.
Yeah, I'm surprised your mind was like that blown by it.
No, for real. That's weird as fuck. Because I'm very good with like, I feel like as soon as I saw you, I would have been like, bro, were you at Pando?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like, that's why I'm saying I've never saw you there, so I would have never expected it.
That's fucking like I'm losing.
You probably would have been super ripped, so I wouldn't have recognized you anyway.
This is before I was working out every day. I was just a normal like build.
Oh, okay.
Regular 15-year-old guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was in football, but I wasn't like,
I was too.
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I worked out like every single day. No, during that time, that's when I was like
nice.
Legit like I never had like the full 6-pack, but I had like if I did flex hard enough, you could see everything.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But naturally, like if I had took my shirt off, you just see like just skinny.
Yeah, I get you.
But, I had that whole
yeah.
Bullshit. The fucking the way that you have to like stand certain positions to make certain muscles appear.
I get you. Man, I cannot believe the Pando shit. It's like blowing my mind.
Okay.
No, like for real, it's like freaking me out, man.
Well,
because that was like my first real experience of meeting like-minded people that were into nerdy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that was my real first, like, hey, man, you're cool, like, liking all this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they
accepted you.
Yes. I went to schools in very judgmental areas. So it wasn't like...
Yeah.
There wasn't much...
All the Hispanic kids were like, why the fuck are you trying to pretend to be a wizard? And
right.
Like, why are you wasting your time even doing that when you could just read, and do your homework?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
I don't want to do my homework. I want to throw fake spells at fucking werewolves.
Absolutely. Man, I can't believe you went to Pando. It's crazy.
And
it makes me want to like
sparkle in the daytime.
I'm gonna force you to watch Twilight. I'm gonna tie you down to a chair.
I have no.
Better yet, you are gonna watch all the movies.
I'll win.
I don't know. Maybe I'll throw something together. I have them all on my phone, so I can just project it anyway.
On your phone?
Dude, I have the special extended editions on my phone.
Ugh.
They're not really extended, but they have deleted scenes at the end.
Ugh. Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
What kind of deleted scenes? Like, does he turn back into Shark Boy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like just some uncut footage.
Gotcha. Does he turn into a llama?
What's that from? Cusco?
No. A lot of people used to make fun of the guy who played Shark Boy.
Why?
Because he started getting fat and his face looked like a llama.
Oh, I think I kind of remember this.
Yeah.
That's mean.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm surprised I still don't have like a Twilight tattoo at this point. Because it is like my favorite movie of all time. Besides like Princess Bride or something.
Oh, yeah. Favorite movie of all time? You got that shitty ass sandworm on your wall? On your fucking arm?
Hold on. Dune is my favorite sci-fi story. Let me clarify.
Okay.
My next tattoo is either going to be a Baldur's Gate tattoo or Jormungandr right here.
A what?
Jormungandr.
Got you.
The world snake.
Yes.
World serpent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it'd be cool to have...
fuck up your other tattoo?
See, that's the thing. Because the way that you'd probably want to get Jormungandr, since it goes around something, mm-hmm. I thought it'd be cool to get it around the arm. But I have these tattoos, so I figured, it'd be cool if I have it around the elbow. I've seen it in a picture one time. It looks awesome.
That would be cool, but as long as it doesn't...
Yeah, I don't want it to get too close to my Skyrim.
What does your Skyrim thing say again?
It says Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Don't ask me why I said it with an accent. That was really weird.
Yeah. Dovahkiin. Blah.
Dragonborn. I'm surprised how much I like Baldur's Gate more than Skyrim now. Like, it's just changed.
I never played Skyrim.
We need to end the podcast before I punch you in the fucking dick. How have you not played the best game in the world? It was literally rated the best game in the entire world.
I played Oblivion and
that's great.
A few of the other ones that were just like that game.
Yeah.
Right? Like the same, I think the same creators too. Yeah. Right? Or similar.
Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah. So they made their own.
Like they make Fallout.
They made short stories and I think Oblivion was one of those. And then they went into it and made Fuck, I forgot the name already.
Skyrim.
And then...
Well, that's the 5th one. There's 4.
There's a whole bunch.
Oblivion was the 4th one.
Yeah.
And Oblivion's a really great game.
I played the other ones, but Oblivion is like the main one that I was like, okay, I'm beating the fuck out of this.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm doing everything.
Very good.
You know?
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim is like 10 times that. It's like amazing.
So I've heard, and so I've seen many mods, many things for, but I've never played it myself. And like, you know, I know the memes.
I feel like you'd love it.
But I've never done like...
It's so up your alley because you can do so much like of anything you want. Like when you get bored and someone pisses you, like an NPC pisses you off, just Fusro dodge or spit that bitch off a mountain.
Right, except for the kids, but you have to put a mod in so that you can hurt them.
From the vanilla version?
Yeah, vanilla version you can't hurt children. You have to actually put a mod. Allegedly, I don't know any of this.
That's why I'm thinking to myself because I feel like I can kill the kids.
You can only if you use mods.
Okay.
Yeah. Allegedly.
I'll buy it.
Hey.
I'll bite.
No, it's true.
But the fact, when the mods came out, just changed the game again. That's amazing.
The mods upgraded everything.
So Baldur's Gate 3 is going to do the same thing. They're going to give mod support soon in September, and then the next big update...
The moment that happens, so much shit's going to happen. They're going to add so many new spells.
Yes.
They're going to add so many new classes.
Yes.
Oh my god, it'd be worth playing.
They already have...
Like, it's already worth playing, but it got ruined for me.
Why?
Because, like, I was playing with people who already knew the story.
Oh!
And they rushed me
and
through
they're rushing shit.
And I'm like...
See how Warframe felt?
They were doing stuff for me that, like, I would get to a room and they would already have found the hidden lever and pulled it for me. So that the other room was already set. So what? Warframe's a fast-paced game. It's sink or it's sink or swim, fucking bitch. You gotta go fast, you gotta go fucking hard.
You see where the contradiction lies?
No, because that is a slow-paced game, right? Warframe's not a slow-paced game.
Who the fuck were you playing with that was rushing you through everything? Matt? And Johnny?
It was Matt, McLean, and...
Nick? Fucking assholes.
And Johnny didn't want to play it because he doesn't like when things are forced.
There's not a lot that's forced, though.
So, like, he felt that because... So, like, Matt already knew the way to go. Like, the way that he specifically likes.
Right.
Right?
I remember. You and I were talking about this a lot. How, like, he would tell you not to do this, not to talk to this person, do this. And I was like, no, you should play with me, because then I'll just let you do whatever you want. Right. Yeah. Like,
when we went to the fucking place full of druids or whatever, and I was like, can we just start killing all these people? Because, like, they seem like the bad people. Like... They're racist towards all my tiefling people because I was a fucking
I wasn't a shapeshifter tiefling.
I wasn't a tiefling, but I was shapeshift as a tiefling.
Right, yeah.
Thinking it was okay. Yeah. And everybody was racist to me and I was getting hurt. They hurt my feelings. But my character was just this midget.
Yeah. Weren't you like a naked midget the whole time?
I was
awesome.
So that wasn't fair. Because everybody did the thing where they did the cosmetic thing to make them look naked, but they had armor on. I never had armor on because I didn't know that there was a switch to turn it on and off. No, I didn't know. So I was like, all right, I'll take it.
I remember that. We went into combat and then we were all naked, but you died. And we were like, what the fuck?
No, you all died. And I used the first time we did
right. Yeah.
I used my charm spell, so no one fucked
with the nulls.
Me.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No one fucked with me, and I watched you guys die, and I kept bringing you back to life. Yeah. And then we got to the next step, and then I got one shot. And they were like, how much health did you have? I was like, I was full health. And you were like, why? How did you die? I was like, because I don't have any armor on. You guys called me retarded. Yeah. Like, I would know the controls. Fuck you.
I can't believe you never played Skyrim, though. It's like literally the best game ever made.
Like, I've seen people play it. And when I mean, like, I've seen, like, I sat next to someone who was playing the game.
Yeah, but you're not in it.
Right. I never experienced it for myself. I was living the Donnie life. Watching.
Poor sad soul.
No. Donnie enjoys watching games get played.
Donnie enjoys it. Yeah.
Now, it depends on the game, because if it's a game that I really want to play... I'll look at a little bit of gameplay and then I won't look at it anymore because I want to experience it myself. just so that it be understood, what was that one Rick and Morty game that came out?
You mean the one that was by the creators, but it wasn't Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was High on Life.
High on Life.
Dude, that game, so fucking good.
Yeah.
I watched way too much of it. And when I finally tried to play it, I
couldn't enjoy it.
I don't feel
it wasn't funny when it was supposed to be funny because I already heard those jokes.
Yeah, I already seen it.
You're right.
The jokes were everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
And like I played like maybe a good 30 minutes and was like, I returned it. I'm not happy about playing. I played it for free.
Nice.
But I'm like, I'm not happy playing this game, and it's by the creators that I love.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And fucking I was like, oh well, I'll just continue watching it. And I watched streamers who were playing it that I like watching.
Yeah.
And they made it fun again.
Yeah. I watched somebody finish the game.
Yeah.
It's probably Jacksepticeye.
I never liked Jacksepticeye too much.
Because you're a cunt.
Like, he's cool, and like I like a lot of the stuff that he's done. Like, he's been in a few different like things.
Yeah.
His content is not bad in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right? I just never really got behind him and like became a follower.
I could say the same about like Delirious. So I get it.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Like, I'm not going to hate on him saying he's a horrible fucking person or anything.
No, he's great.
He has proven that he is a good person. Yeah. Like, oh, what, you like that guy? He just bit my ear.
Dude, she is looking hungry right now.
She licking me hard.
She's so cute. I just want to like fucking grab her. She wouldn't like that. She wouldn't like, oh. Maybe she's autistic.
A little bit. Well, this is kind of what I taught her. Because, like, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And then it, like, makes her think that she should bob her head. And then she'll just do it.
She's like, please, feed me. Yes.
It's whenever she pets me back, she'll bob.
Nice. That's cute.
I don't know why.
She's like, good job. Man, star of the show right there. Look at that.
Just putting in all the work. This is what all the likes are.
Should we wrap?
Yes. So, just so that it be known, I checked the email, not earlier today, but just the other day, and we got like, give or take 15 emails on there. Some that aren't like, bullshit ad stuff.
Yeah.
That are legit people. It's not going to be this episode, but possibly next episode, we're going to read off some of those stories that are on there.
Cool.
And I was thinking that we do like maybe 2 or 3 of them in the first half, and then towards the end, like how we're going to be finishing off, we'll say some of their stories.
Nice.
At the end, so that the next time the person listens to it, they'll hear the first half will be whoever's story. Next half, oh boom. So like, our listeners will feel special. Like, hey, your story was told.
Very cool.
If you guys want, hey, relax. That was my whole ear. If you guys want to, shoot us an email, send us some stories. I already have like 3 of them that I really want to tell because it was good for the most part. But if you guys send any more, maybe we'll swap them up. Maybe we'll do some bonus content to get people listening to the extra stuff. Because, we'd love to tell you guys the stories and stuff like that. But we're closing out.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Unapologetic Voices. If you would like to reach out to us and be on that list on the next episode, which we'll be starting, the shout-out mentions, please email us at unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com or leave a comment / response to whatever we put out.
That's true, yeah. 100%. Should we mention that we finally hit the monetization thing?
We did hit the monetization.
No, I'm not saying that matters too much because it doesn't really matter to us too much.
For sure.
But we just hit monetization, so thank you guys for all of that.
We appreciate the views.
Right, we appreciate the views. We'd love for you guys to get back into the comments and just throw us some random stuff. But send us an email with your stories, because this is kind of like our way of like really saying thank you by just throwing your stories in our content too,
We are listening, and we do not give a fuck, but we will pretend like we do.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Peace out.
Bye.